everybody. Welcome to the Alabama River. It's the third stop of the ABT South, the Alabama Bass Trail presented by Phoenix Boats. Kay Donaldson, I'm Robbie Floyd. And Kay, things are ever changing on tour. And today, the fact is, the water is going to be changing.
You know, at blast off, we saw a change in the water from the time we call boat number 1 to the time we call boat number 225. So it is going to be real interesting to see how these guys adjust to these changing water depths. I mean, this might be the hottest day we've had in the state of Alabama thus far.
Temperature's supposed to be in the mid-90s, but that water fluctuation, it already looks like it's dropped a foot, maybe 2 feet. It may go more today.
It may, and I mean, we don't even see any rain in our near forecast, so I'm not really sure what the reasoning is behind that. But, I mean, other than it's 2020, and it just can't get over fast enough.
Hey, there's 225 boats that hit the water. I'm sure they're going to catch them. What will we see today? We're about to find out. Let's take a look at our first cast, brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Welcome back, folks, to the Alabama Bass Trail South Division on the Alabama River today. We are sitting in Cooter's Pond, and it is about to get fast and furious. Boats are taking off in the background. It's going to be quick this morning, I think. The water has already dropped out. You hear all morning long. You hear the dock talk this morning has been the water's dropped, the water's dropped. I think guys weren't necessarily expecting that, but you hear them all saying, well, we know what we're going to do now, so we're going to get into the action and see what's happening this morning. What's the game plan this morning?
We really ain't got one. Just go fishing.
Let's go fishing. The water dropped out a little bit.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be a fight. What I gather, they're gonna run a little water at about 8 o'clock. That's gonna be it.
You're gonna stop running at 8 o'clock.
Yeah. That ain't gonna help either.
What's the game plan, guys?
Stop fish on these stumps and case on this current before we cut it off.
Y'all think it's gonna cut off pretty quick?
8 o'clock.
Tell me about this spot.
If they're here, they're here. If they're not, they're not.
What keeps them here?
The big flat of stumps up here. We got a hard ledge right here on the side of it. Deep water. They're pulling water across those stumps. They'll sit up there. A lot of bait fish.
All right, we got in here this morning at our first stop, and we got, I think it's about 6 guys that have pulled in here, and they're all kind of spread out over this area. The river kind of makes a little bend right here, and we've got a lot of stumps in this field right here. Bait's getting pushed across here. The guys think the current's going to get cut off about 8 o'clock, so they're in here trying to really get after it quick. You know, there's a lot of pressure these fish are getting this morning, but the guys don't seem to matter. They're just throwing all kind of baits. They're just going to kind of, hopefully this bite will turn on here in a little bit, and these guys will get to catching them.
Alabama Bass Trail TV, presented by Phoenix Boats, is brought to you by Bill Penny Toyota, official truck of the Alabama Bass Trail, by TH Marine, improving your boat from transom to trolling motor, and by Jax, all about the South. There's more to come.
At Phoenix Boats, our passion for fishing is obvious. Whether it's a pro event or fishing with our family and friends,
we truly love the sport of fishing.
that's That's why our goal is to make every single Phoenix boat that goes out the door the best fishing platform it can be in both design and construction.
We love to fish as much as anyone, and we believe it shows in every boat we build.
Phoenix Boats, built by anglers for anglers.
Bill Petty Toyota is Alabama's #1 volume Toyota dealer. But that's not the only reason to get to know Bill Petty. Enjoy a 10-year unlimited warranty on every new Toyota in stock. Get 1 year of 24/7 roadside assistance. Test drive for the chance to win $5,000. You heard right. 5,000 big ones. Plus, choose from over 700 new Toyotas in stock and price to move. Bill Petty Toyota is Alabama's #1 volume Toyota dealer. Get to know us today.
Stetson Blaylock, Todd Auten, Hank Terry, let's go!
Garmin Live Scope, I tell you right now, if you don't have it, you are behind. It's just wild. It's like a video game.
If you do not have that Garmin Live Scope, you are definitely missing out.
Bassmaster Classic champion!
Don't blink, because in just the blink of an eye, your chance could be gone. Things happen fast around here. Don't miss your chance to join the Alabama Bass Trail in 2021. 17 hours was all it took to fill the field last year. August 15th is new team registration day. $48,000 paid out per event, $10,000 to first place, and no entry fee championship worth $100,000. August 15th is sign-up day. Don't hesitate, don't delay, save the date. AlabamaBassTrail.org.
The city of Prattville, Alabama laid out the welcome mat as the South Division of the Alabama Bass Trail take to the waters at Cooter's Pond on the Alabama River. 225 teams launched this morning facing warm, well, hot conditions. Temperatures are expected to reach the mid-90s today with the water temps in the 80s. It looks like the fishing's going to be tough, but as we've experienced before, these South Division anglers say bring on the challenge. Let's get back out on the water and see who's catching them.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
All right, showtime.
Well, we're just kind of hunting right now. Just trying to figure out what's going on. So, we're jumping around, just playing with some stuff. With the river dropping out 2 feet, or at least a foot overnight, it's kind of changed the fish some. So, we're just trying a few different things to kind of see what's going on. We've got one pretty good one, and that's about it.
Okay.
And we've had 2 bites.
2 bites.
We got to go and blow up on a buzz bait, and I lost one on a jig. That's it. It's been rough so far. Looks like they pulled the water down 2 or 3 foot.
Yeah.
I came and practiced Thursday and caught them decent, but 12 pounds about all we had.
Yeah.
I ain't heard of really nobody catching them up real good, so might not take too much.
Do you think it's gonna be a river deal?
I think so. There's always gonna be some guys go find some largemouth somewhere.
What does the water dropping out do to them
Man, up here,
on the river?
river usually they just pull off the banks and spin. They're hard to catch. I mean, you can catch them counting a swim bait down and stuff, but they just get scattered out and they're hard to really kind of put a pattern in. When the water's up and the current's on, he's gonna be on every one of them stumps behind it. But if it's down like this and it's still moving, I really don't know what they're doing, honestly.
Well, we only got one keeper. They pulled the water down. Came down here last weekend, caught maybe 17, 18 pounds. And they pulled the water, so we're just doing it. See what happens.
Is this kind of what you were running last time?
Yeah, except I was in grass last time.
Yeah.
And now I'm in anything I can find.
Yeah.
But we'll get them. We've caught a bunch of small ones.
Okay.
I'm sure we'll pick up maybe a few big ones along the way.
Y'all caught any?
We got one keeper and we've caught a bunch of small ones. Ain't no size here today. I don't know what's going on.
caught that one good one real early. And then we ain't caught nothing but just 5 or 6 small ones in the last, in the last 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
The water's come down probably 6 inches.
Oh yeah.
Since we got here this morning.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, we tried to get in there to start with.
Yeah.
And we couldn't now, it's done come on the way down. I'm almost glad we didn't get in there because we may have been stuck,
in there,
in there.
What was practice like?
It was rough. It was rough. Came down and pre-fished twice. Caught 7 or 8 the whole time. 5 of them under 10 inches.
All right, so they drop this water out. What does it do? I know you're probably saying, if you tell me, I'll know what to do.
I wish we knew. I wish we knew.
Did y'all anticipate the change?
The water, you talking about?
Yeah, the drop.
I haven't been here since last Saturday. It was kind of a shock to me.
Yeah.
It was a lot higher last week.
Yeah. Tell me what's going on in this spot right here.
Just on this island, see all the current. Should be spotted bass here. I don't know. Had one bump it there, that's it.
This portion of the program is sponsored in part by Sweet Home Alabama, by Garmin, and by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Alabama Bass Trail TV, presented by Phoenix Boats, will be right back.
At Phoenix Boats, our passion for fishing is obvious. Whether it's a pro event or fishing with our family and friends,
we truly love the sport of fishing.
That's why our goal is to make every single Phoenix boat that goes out the door the best fishing platform it can be in both design and construction.
We love to fish as much as anyone, and we believe it shows in every boat we build.
Phoenix Boats, built by anglers for anglers.
The taste of the South starts out here. However you roll into work, you can bring the flavor with Jack's Breakfast Catering. Huge scratch-made buttermilk biscuits and hearty breakfast sandwiches, mixed or matched, starting at just $15. Don't forget to add delicious fresh ground royal cup coffee and classic breakfast sides, because great work starts with great breakfast. Breakfast catering starting at $15 from Jack's. All about the South.
All right, guys, here we are for the third stop of the Alabama Bass Trail South Division on the Alabama River. We've run up the river a little ways to a place called Jackson Lake, and you can see it behind me. Jackson Lake is a spot that in years past has seen a few boats and a number of fish caught. Now we got a big tree blocking it, and one of the reasons why is the water has fallen more so than it has in the past, and pretty good bit overnight. A lot of guys were fishing shallow, and that bite obviously has diminished. You can see the water line on this brush here, how it's come down. Well, with this tree blocking Jackson Lake, the only way to get in would be here, and it's dry. Jackson Lake, not playing a part in this week's Alabama Bass Trail South Division. Jason, back to you.
Chris, what we found out here this morning is a lot of guys have abandoned that shallow water deal, and they've moved out here to the river. And what they find out here in the river is they're finding current, and they're just going everywhere they can. Maybe there's a lay down log, maybe there's a stump row, maybe there's a bend in the river, and even right here there's a point that kind of comes out and the current just flows over it. They're setting up in that current to target those spotted bass that really like to live in that current, and they're just casting and casting and casting. It sometimes can be really a very specific type cast as they set up on it. So we found guys this morning that have been catching them behind logs and really taking their time, and they're taking their Carolina rigs and they're even flipping jigs along the bank, just getting on the back side of that current, hoping that fish is just kind of setting up, waiting for that lunch to come by this morning. So what was the plan before you woke up this morning?
Well, we were crankbaiting, but fish are gone.
Yeah.
They were there. Water gets back up, they may be there.
Yeah.
We wait.
All right, I know y'all got a limit.
We ain't had a bite.
That's not what I'm supposed to hear.
That was not what we was hoping was happening.
So we got current, we got wood, we got a little bit of depth change. What's the difference here? Why here?
I don't know, this bank just holds. We caught fish off of it every year we fish it. It's a popular bank.
Yep.
We were catching some fish out of the grass, but
now the grass is banked?
Oh yeah, we put in this morning, that was out.
Yep.
Dick.
He wanted to see the camera.
Uh-huh.
How many areas y'all been to this morning? Really?
All morning.
What's the key right here then?
The current.
There you
go. Got him? Huh? Get him in.
That's some partner support right there.
Hi. Yeah, he might make it. All right, now we got a limit. Not much of a limit, but.
All right, guys, back here at Alabama Bass Trail South Division. Third stop, Jason. Alabama River here out of Cooter's Pond. I'm looking at the boat docks. Water's been up, water's been down. It's a lot of movement today.
Cooter has really lost his pond today. Let's just say that. It was 4 foot down when we got here this morning, and we ran out and did some work, come back, and it's probably, I would say 4 foot even more down. The docks are out of the water.
The docks are out of the water. They were halfway in the water this morning. You ran one way, I took the live crew, we went the other way. What did you see?
So we saw mostly all our guys fishing the river.
Okay.
Fishing the current. A lot of guys said, hey, we want to get these fish set up right. We want to set up right on them, catching them behind wood. One of the community holes, the guys called it, we had 7 boats on there this morning. The guys just kept coming to it, and they weren't afraid to share it. So they knew that the current's coming by there. Guys set up on the high end, guys set up on the low end, and they were catching fish, but not a lot of limits.
We saw a couple of limits, same type of deal. A lot of guys fishing those eddies, those current breaks, wherever they could find them. Not a lot of movement where you were. It's going to be tough. What's it going to take to win this thing?
Well, you just heard me tell some guys here 12 pounds, but I mean, it could be all over the board right now.
It could be.
The current has moved so much. Maybe this afternoon it gets right and the guys catch them.
Rumor has it around 1 o'clock they're going to open some more gates, and I'm not talking about putting water in. They're taking water out. That's going to be a concern as well. Some of these guys waiting on an afternoon bite, waiting on a hut bite. Son, it's hot. That's all I can tell you. It's, as Gerald Swindle would say, we saw the devil at Walmart buying 2 window units hot. It's hot. Guys, hang tight. Weigh-in's going to start right there.
This portion of Alabama Bass Trail TV, presented by Phoenix Boats, is brought to you by Bill Penny Toyota, Sweet Home, Alabama, and by America's First Federal Credit Union. Stay with us. There's more to come.
The TH Marine Hydrowave H2 KVD Edition is a surefire way to ignite a feeding frenzy. The Hydrowave utilizes a sound-emitting technology that imitates bait fish and other feeding fish below the surface that preys on the competitive nature of bass and other game fish to get you more bites. The Hydrowave is another way that TH Marine has you covered from transom to trolling motor.
At Phoenix Boats, our passion for fishing is obvious. Whether it's a pro event or fishing with our family and friends,
we truly love the sport of fishing.
That's why our goal is to make every single Phoenix boat that goes out the door the best fishing platform it can be in both design and construction.
We love to fish as much as anyone, and we believe it shows in every boat we build.
Phoenix Boats, built by anglers for anglers.
Some things ain't worth keeping. Yesterday's traditions Today's adventures, tomorrow's memories. Now that's something worth keeping. Fish Alabama and find your keeper.
For more information, visit fishalabama.org.
Bill Petty Toyota is Alabama's #1 volume Toyota dealer. But that's not the only reason to get to know Bill Petty. Enjoy a 10-year unlimited warranty on every new Toyota in stock. Get 1 year of 24/7 roadside assistance. Test drive for the chance to win $5,000. You heard right. 5,000 big ones. Plus, choose from over 700 new Toyotas in stock and price to move. Bill Petty Toyota is Alabama's #1 volume Toyota dealer. Get to know us today.
Let's go ahead and bring our first batch of boats. Let's bring our tournament director, Clay Baldus. Sealay Baldus, as we like to call him around here. Come on up here. Let's find out who's going to win this bad boy. 12-inch size limit, no matter what the fish are. And really the only off limits is basically the entrance, this little inlet here. So they got a lot of river to work with.
There is a lot of river to work with. Not only the Alabama River, but you've got the Tallapoosa and the Coosa that feed in directly.
That was one thing that Kay and I saw. There really weren't a bunch of groups of people. I mean, they were spread out. There's a lot of water that'll be challenged out there today. All right, let's take a look at our leaders again. Todd Sharp, Mike Fessler setting the tone with a 13:32. We also have a Mountain Dew Big Bass we're going to be setting. And you notice the partner coming up here, Brian Adamson and Ryan Lloyd. The reason is they've got a good bag of weight. Kay thought it might take 18 pounds, and these guys are knocking on the door. 5 bass for 17-19. We've got a new leader. How about a round of applause on a tough day?
Very good. We probably caught 16 pounds or so in the first hour, and it's kind of slow after that, but we had a great start.
So the score to beat, 17-19. We've got an 18-pound bag, 18-12 for Wood and Jones. Dang, guys.
Right here at the beginning, we already had a good bag cross, and then you guys followed up with 18-12 and a 5.63 big fish. We got to know what happened. How did you do this? Because a lot of guys struggled today.
Well, we didn't struggle at all. We caught fish all day long. And I think what we did, we slowed down. We were watching the other guys, and they were flying through the areas, and we slowed down and actually caught the fish on.
Yeah, it's probably 10 or 15 boats that came in with us, in and out.
How did Team Mott do today? Oh, pretty bad. When I see 5, I'm thinking it's going to be good.
I was hoping we had some good ones.
Yeah. Well, I see good one on the end there. You needed 5 of those, and I think you'd be doing all right. You still did okay. We'll see where it puts you at the end. Where are we at in points? 10-22. Where are we at in points? 6. So outside, you know what? You might actually help yourself with 10-22.
All right, Justin, you ended up with 5 today. We were on you this morning, and you had 1. What eventually did you figure out today?
Well, we got on a little deal where we ran a little shallow backwater, didn't do anything, had a couple of big blow-ups, but couldn't hook them. So we bailed on that and pulled back out in the main river, and we found that they were suspended up in the timber. So we threw spinnerbaits high in the timber, and we just got lucky and caught 4 more at the end of the day that helped us call up to what we had.
Whoa, did you see this? You are our Diet Mountain Dew small bass. Yep, go grab it. Hey, we don't have it. Somebody get me a Diet Mountain Dew for this, man. Go grab that bad boy. Hold it up for us. Yeah, grab it. We got to show everybody it's all good because this man needs the points, and this could be the difference maker. Good. Chris Landers, Brad Pitts, I saw a good weight coming up here. We need 18-12 to take the lead. We have a new leader, 18-24 for Landers and Pitts.
We had no idea that we was going to catch fish like that. We practiced, for the last 2 weeks off and on. Caught, a lot of decent spots. Didn't catch a spot all day. Had maybe 9 bites. Caught our first fish on the first spot. It was probably the biggest one on a swim jig, and then we didn't get got a couple bites on a swim jig, and then we started, pitching jigs and throwing big, like 12-inch, half-ounce shaky head worms, red bug color, and just hit one here and there, and we made it happen all day. Just off and on. They were few and far between.
Well, we questioned what they would catch today. You thought 18 pounds, and you got it. 18-24 landers and pits. I mean, I was impressed because the water we saw fluctuate. I didn't know anybody was going to be able to catch that.
Yeah, I didn't either. I mean, last year we saw a lake rise 17 feet in 3 days. Today we saw a lake go down 4 feet in less than 24 hours. So, but I've said this, and the reason I chose over 18 pounds is because the quality of the anglers that we have here. And I mean, they're the best in the Southeast, and these guys proved it today because this was a tough Alabama river.
Yeah, it was, and to make a paycheck, I mean, you still had to get up around that 11-pound range. And guys, I mean, we talk about the water fluctuating. We've seen it high. You get to see it low. You might have seen it there before, but it seemed like it might have centralized those fish and helped you out a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. I think a lot of the fish moved out right on the edges, around cover, and we just got lucky. Just fished hard all day.
And you qualify now for the championship. It's an automatic invite. You take home $10,000. It didn't get much better on a Father's Day weekend, does it?
Absolutely. Yep.
Hey, congratulations on our victory. That means 3 Southern rounds are down. We've still got 2 more to go. And in some place it looks exactly opposite of this place. The Alabama River is Lake Eufaula, and that's where we're heading next.
I mean, Lake Eufaula has been on fire. It has seen an amazing June. And I think the proper way is for the Alabama Bass Trail to go out there and close it out really big.
Well, you can watch it right here on Fox Sports Southeast. We head the Alabama Bass Trail presented by Phoenix Boats South Division. Once again, stop number 4 at Lake Eufaula.